Yes, so just to start off, the various things that we're gonna know from this is what is Shopify, features of a Shopify, how to start a store on Shopify, how to install and customize the themes, payment integration, and then the legal pages. How to set up the legal pages. But again, the legal pages, we've not talked about them, so it won't be that hard to set up the pages. So what is Shopify? Shopify, you will say it is just an e-commerce company that allows anybody from anywhere around the globe to set up and manage an online business, either for products or services. Like currently, we have very many services being offered online. Even you, maybe you are a consultant, you can just decide that, look, what I want to do is set up a Shopify store or a Shopify website. Then I'll just be managing my bookings from that website. That is kind of an online or an e-commerce. That is kind of an e-commerce, provided you are offering services virtually or over the internet, over a website. That is just an e-commerce or an i-commerce. So Shopify is just that one big company that allows both. You can either set up a shop for products or you can set up a shop for services. Like in Kenya, currently Shopify is a global company and it accepts registration from almost every part of the world. Like you can see, we have examples of some local Shopify stores in Kenya. Like we have Pancake Gift, we have ShopZ2, just to mention but a few. And you can also see the extension, the domain top level extension they're using. We have one for .co.ke, we also have .com, we also have .ke, and you can see it doesn't have any restriction. You can use any extension that you have, provided you have your own domain. You can still use it to create a Shopify store. You can still use it to create a Shopify store. The difference with the Shopify store and a Woocommerce is, one, Shopify store, it is the Shopify company that offers hosting. What you only need is the domain. Once you have your domain, you just proceed, set it up, then use your custom domain, choose a theme, customize, then your shop is online, your shop is live. So you don't actually have to use a separate hosting. Shopify itself hosts the website, but then there are charges that we'll see in a few. That is the major difference, because when it comes to Woocommerce, you find the domain and you find the hosting. So hosting, you choose your own hosting company. But now with Shopify, you purchase you just purchase a domain, then you use your domain to start a Shopify store. So how do you start a Shopify store? Shopify store offers two various ways you can start a shop. One, it gives you a 14-day free trial, and I will actually request you to, once you're done with this, you go use the 14 days to set up a free Shopify store, and then see how you can customize it by just adding some products, either from Jumia, or you can even download some products from any social media platform. And again, they also have you can choose a package. If you have exhausted your 14-day free trial, now you choose a package, and this package is inclusive. This package is now what we now talk about, the hosting packages. The hosting package, because remember I've told you the difference between Shopify and Woocommerce. Woocommerce, you find hosting from any service provider, but not for a Shopify. You just purchase your domain, then you start a shop. So the hosting, it is the Shopify company that offers the hosting, but then the hosting, you have to pay it either monthly or annually. So just a quick one, we'll just go to step to step guide on how to start a Shopify from a free trial. So just go to your browser and then write shopify.com. Shopify.com. And always remember you have to have an email that is active, because that email is what you will use to register here. So from here you can see this platform commerce is built on Shopify. So just start enter your email and then start free trial. So I'll just write some random emails here. Let me write this one I'm using. And then you click on start free trial. From there set up your password. Once you've done this, you just come to create your store, and you can see the name that I've used here is what is giving me my domain, because it's like it acts as my primary domain name, but still I can change the domain name from here. Maybe I want to create a store that will be selling electronic equipment, or maybe beauty, or maybe women fashion or men fashion. So I can give it a name like let me say house of fashion. House of fashion. Now house of fashion becomes my domain name, but unfortunately this one is already existing, so let me just tweak it a bit. Let me say fashion center or fashion house, and now this one also exists. Choose a name for me. I'm trying to find some unique. Let me say drip zone. Let me call it drip zone, but unfortunately this one also exists. Let me say drip zone with S also exists. Drip zone Kenya. Let me say drip zone Kenya. Yeah, this one is okay. Drip zone Kenya, but now you can see the extension is still there. myshopify.com. The same way we're now using, if you are creating WordPress without purchasing a domain, it still picks up the extension. It still picks up the extension of my WordPress or my Shopify or blog post. So that is why it is always advisable that you use your own domain. But once you have this, you just come to create your store. Then it will send a verification code to my email. Let me log on to that email. Let's get started with each of the best describes you. I'm just starting. You just go to next. I'm an online store. Yes. Choose I'm an online store. Then go to next. Kenya region. Yes. And it loads. It is just very easy as that. You can now see it has picked the name dripzonekenya.myshopify.com. That is now. And now you can see it has loaded me to the backend. You can see stroke admin. The moment you see anything stroke admin, that means that you're now logged in as the administrator. You are now logged in as the administrator. Now this is now the back end of our Shopify store. You can compare it to this other one. Well, let us compare it with the back end of the WordPress. eShop WordPress w_admin. You will ask why not WP. I said is just for WordPress. If you're running a WordPress website, you'll have to use the WP. But now you can see this is now a Shopify. It does slash, it slashes admin without the WP. That is a major difference. But now this is the backend of your Shopify store, and now this one is the backend of your WordPress store. You can now see the difference. This one has got quite a lot of contents here. You can see home, jetpack, post, theme, plugins, comments, almost everything. But now this one is very simple. It is home, orders, products, customer analytics, and then the online store is here. The online store is here. So from this online store is where you do your customization. So once you've set up or you've started this shop or this Shopify store, you just come to customize theme, or you can just come to online store. From this online store, you now select the theme you want to use. This one, the same as WordPress, it also have its inbuilt themes, and you also have premium themes. So you can see it have these free themes, explore. Then you also have this one you can go and purchase. So from here, let us just explore these free themes from here. So just decide which shop are you designing. So you can select from here. You can see this one is like your hair better, freedom to escape, spring collection. So just try to pick something that I told you that it is the theme that will give your website or the store the responsiveness or the uniqueness. So just take your time in finding a theme, or if you better off you want to purchase, you can just go to visit theme store. From here, these are premium versions, so these ones you just have to purchase. I'm sorry, with Shopify we don't have the backend way of finding themes, the same we did with WordPress. So from here, either you use the inbuilt or you use these ones. But then the goodness with this is that they will offer you demo period. They will offer you demo period for like 2 weeks. And this one is free. Then these ones are now paid. You can see this is $320 US. This is $300 US. This is $280 US. So you just select from here which shop or which theme do you want to use. That is, if you're ready to pay, you can purchase these themes from here. You can search by industry. If you want to create a store that is on clothing and accessories, business equipment, food and drink, you just select search by category here. But let us use now the free themes from here. Let us just pick one theme, then you see how we're gonna customize it. I think we can go with the spring collection, or we choose this one. Let us go with this done. So this is the preview of the theme. This is the preview of the theme, industrial design theme. So you can use this add. Once you've selected your theme, you just come add to theme library. Once you've clicked add to theme library, you can see it is now installing. It is installing your theme the same way you saw in WordPress. You identify a theme, you install, then you activate. That is in WordPress. But the goodness with the Shopify, the moment you add to your library, it installs and activates immediately. So it will be live. You install. Once it is done, then you start customizing. And the moment we talk of customizing means that you remove what you don't want in that theme and you add yours. This is the theme we have for. This is our WordPress backend, and this is our WordPress and our Shopify backend. You can see we have almost the same contents here. We have home, orders, products, customers, marketing, discount, and then this one, the themes, the blog posts, the pages, the navigation, the preferences. They are almost the same, like we have now here: post, media, pages, comments, feedback. We have the products, the analytics, the marketing, almost the same, but with different or very little. You now see our theme is now added. Don't just add it. So what you do, you just move to customize from here. And customizing, you have to find now the header section and the footer section, because ideally those are now the major things that you'll have to start working from or working on to make your. You can now see it has taken the name of our shop, Drip Zone Kenya. But now I'll have to separate it from here. I'll give it a, if I have the logo, it's quite unfortunate if you don't have any logo from here, but you can change. You can see the header section. This is now the header section, the body section, then you have the footer section down here, footer section. So the header section, you can see from here. Do you want to change the logo? You change from here. You remove, or let me select an image, maybe free images. We don't have anyone for now. Let us see from the library. You can upload from, let me upload from my machine. Let me suppose this was my logo. Yeah, and you can see the moment you do it, it just changes. So it has very simple and easy to manage preview. We call it live preview. Then you just save. Once you're done with that, move to another section. The image banner, this is now here. Whatever you want to display somewhere here. It is always advisable that this part you use you can either use a slider. You can use a slider. The image banner, you change the name from here. You can use you can say welcome to Drip Zone Kenya. Welcome to Drip Zone Stores. Welcome to Drip Zone Stores. Size large, small, you change from there. You save. Move to the next section. Give customers details to here. You just write anything about this. Maybe you can write anything to do with your shop, or maybe products on, because this actually is now the home page. Whatever the customer is, the landing page. Sometimes we call it the landing page. Whatever the customer, once he loads your page, whatever he gets to see. So you can always, it is always advisable that you write something captivating, something attaching. So let me say welcome to Drip Zone, then enjoy fashionable items at great prices. Enjoy fashionable items at great prices. Then you save. You move to another section. The button here, this is now the button. So this button here, you can now maybe write shop now or start shopping. Let us just say shop now. Then it is always advisable, you can give it a link. This link is where it will point to. When somebody click onto this button, where is she being directed? So it should either be directed to the products, or it should be directed to a collection of products. So from here you can give it a link. Because we've not created any link, so we can just for now we can give it a star to make it be blank. But we are aware that we'll create a link to either the collection point or to products. Once you're done, you just save. Move to another point. If you want to add some contents, you can add from here. Talk about your brand here. That is if you so wish to write more things here, but if you don't wish, you can as well delete. Save. Then we have this one here. You can also remove. Can as well delete this one. You can see it's just as simple as this, because now it gives you drag and drop, easy way of editing. So from here, from the featured products, now you now have to add your product. From here you can now start adding your product. Now I want us to give it let us set up the navigation. The navigation is now the bar. That is where we have the menus. Let us create menus, because ideally let us like the same way we did with this one here. You can see this one, we have home, my account, and this cart. Those are now the menus. So when you're setting up menus, you just come to navigation. When in Shopify, come to navigation. Then from here, where do you want to put your menu? Do you want to affect the footer menu or the main menu? The main menu is now this one here, like this one. This is now the main menu. Then you have the footer section down there. So just come to navigation, then main menu. Then from here, do you want to add a menu item? So you can as well decide to add a collection or maybe products. Or categories. Suppose you are dealing with the very many products, so you can say category. Then we've not set up the page link, so just give it an asterisk or add. Give it an this, and then you add. You can see the category is now here, so I can as well move it from here to maybe somewhere there. You can decide to delete this. We also have the about contact. You can have contact. You can also add about page or about us. Add. Give it a hash. This is under save menu, so we just save all these menus. Then we move to the footer section. In most cases, the footer section is where we always add the legal pages now. So just come to footer section here. You can see it only have one item, so you just come to footer menu. So from here you can also add. We now have privacy policy, you give it a hash. This has actually stands for a link. It stands for a link, and also reminds you, in case you don't insert any link, so whenever a person tries to click onto that, it just returns empty, like it doesn't load anything. So beside privacy policy, we can now have the return policy. Give it a hash, add. Then we can also have FAQs, frequently asked questions. You can as well add it here. You can as well add them there. Then you just save. I want us to open a sample Shopify store like this one we've just looked at here. Let us just open one like Shop Z2 and then see. You can see this is Shop Z2. I don't know what it sells. Now, okay, this one is here. This is now this is an example of a Shopify store. It's an example of a Shopify store. Now you can see from there the menu section or the navigation, you can see what they have added. They have the sales, new arrivals, brands, men, kids, women, unisex. This is like categories now. So they have categories for brands, they have categories for men, they have categories for kids, women, unisex, footwear, accessories, and beauty. So that is how you do the navigations. From navigation, then you just add either from menu, main menu, or footer menu. When you look at their footer section, what they have only added, the footer section, they have added all these: help, information, search, contact us, delivery, returns, how to order, terms of service, refund. All these are now in the footer section. So all these things are also, there are different pages that are now containing the different information. And this is from the navigation point is where you add all the different pages, and you can now see the pages are here. Still on online store, now move to pages. So everything that is contained in that navigation, you just come and create a page for it. If it is now the privacy policy, you just come and add a page here, like the same way we did on WordPress. So you just come and add a page here. If it is about us, you just add a page about us. Then you write everything here about us. Then you save. You create another page. You can see the page was created. Come create another page here. You can either duplicate, then you edit, or you can move back, then you add another page. So you can add another page for privacy policy. Then you save. So you will add all those menu navigation pages. You'll add all those menu navigation pages until they now are linkable. Then you link them to your main menus. Now from there, once you've done all these simple setups, you now move to products, because ideally you can't take your shop live without adding products. So you just move to products. From home, move to products. Then you can now see what are you selling, add your products. So from here, just move to add your products. So from here, let me see if we can pick some product from maybe this shop Z2. Let us maybe take from sunglasses, but I think we have the, so just give it some title here. Let us just pick some samples from this shop Z2. It has a lot of products, you can see. Let us just quick check. Let us just check one here. So ideally, when it comes to Shopify is always very easy to work with when it comes to an online store or an e-commerce. It is not as complex as Woocommerce. It doesn't have so many pages or so many, I would say pages like Woocommerce. It is always very simple. You can see how it's very simple to navigate through. The backend is very simple. Not as then the goodness with Shopify is that it doesn't require so much plugins like Woocommerce, where you have to install a plugin A, plugin B, plugin C, plugin D. So then let us just save this. Let me open I want to use this image, save image. Glass. So just come here, come back to your store, write a description the same way we did with Woocommerce. We have the short description and the long description, but then with Shopify it is always very simple. Product details, just come, let us just pick this one here. You can see it is very simple just paste it there. Then the media file, this is now where you add now the different photos or the different photo gallery of your product. So we can pick this, add, and I can add another one. The goodness with Shopify, that is, I was saying that Shopify, you can use it when you're doing drop shipping. And I said drop shipping is that that business model where you personally you don't have those products. The products are kept by somebody else, but you act as like a salesperson. They only sell. You sell from your traffic. You sell from whoever is visiting your store. Then once they have placed an order, you only share the order details with the person holding the product. Then the person holding the product does the delivery. Let me see if I'll get another photo gallery from here. Yes, let me try using this or this. You can see it is adding there. Then yeah, once you have that, you can just now change the price. You can see the price is very direct. Like let's say this one is how much? This is 1650. So you can just have like 1500. You just have like 1500. Then you're comparing it with something like 1750. So it's gonna cross this 1750, and then this is now the price. Cost per item, this is the cost per item. The cost per item, that is now, suppose this is where now dropshipping comes in. Cost per items means you as now a person who is selling from his traffic, there is that negotiation price that the person who has the physical product will tell you that if it is you, I'm selling this product at for you at 200 shillings. So when you go and post it on your website or on your Shopify store or on your dropshipping store, e-commerce, you are going to put the price as maybe 300. So you can decide to write this cost per item, so that it will just help you know what is your margin, what is your profit margin for each and every product in a case where it's gonna sell. So you can as well decide to keep the to key in the cost per item. This is just for you to, this is like your buying price. This is like your buying price. You as now the owner of the store, you are buying a product at 1,000 shillings, but then you are selling it as at 1,500. So that is, if you can as well decide to put to key in the product, the cost per item. Then we have stock key unit, which we said the other time. Stock key unit or stock keeping unit is just a tracking numbers or random numbers you can as well use to give to your product. It will help you to locate your product in an inventory. So you can as well decide to use, like I told you that I show you one in Jumia. Jumia normally have this SKUs for each and every product they have. You'll have to see it somewhere, SKU. Like this one, you will see SKU somewhere down here. You can see this now. So these are just some random numbers. These some random numbers that you pick and then you key in. So they will act. So ideally, you can either use this or you can use the barcode. The barcode is now those that are always, they come with the product. You can use the barcode. Quantity, that is if you want to show your quantities, the availability of stock in your shop. You can as well put the quantity, available quantity. Then now we have the shop location. You can as well put if you want. These are physical product. Yes, it is always advisable you write the physical product because you have it, or maybe your seller or your supplier has it physically. Then key in your weight of your product. Like you can see, even for Jumia products, key weight is always there. But then to some extent, if you're doing drop shipping, overseas drop shipping, this weight part always affects your delivery cost. Sometimes it can affect your delivery cost, but again, Here locally, if you're doing local shipping or local deliveries, it won't affect, because when a product is it does affect, yes, if you are going to use delivery services from a third party, but if you're the one delivering physically, then it won't affect you. But it is so you can decide like for a sunglass, maybe the size will be something like how many kgs, maybe like 700 grams or 500 grams. Country, you just set up this. Then now this is where we always have to be very keen. This one is called search engine optimization, SEO. Here is where now you give detailed information on how you want your product to appear when searched, how it is gonna show in your search engine, this place here. So it is always advisable that whenever you're giving a description, whatever you're putting up here as your description is search engine friendly, in such a way that whenever a person tries to search for something, like let me say I just come to Google, I don't want to go to Jumia direct, but I then just search, come to, and then I say sunglasses in Kenya, or sunglasses, yeah, like sunglasses in Kenya. If you've not given out a great description, you won't appear somewhere in the top or even in the first page of this Google search. Like you can now see the first people who are appearing here. We only have this one, shop online now at Optica. Then this one is Lapaya Glasses Kenya. Okay, these ones they appear up here because they're running an ad. You can see this one have an ad, so they're adding an ad. But then if it wasn't having any ad, you can see GG is coming up here. Why? Because they've just used exactly the word I've used here, sunglasses in Kenya. And you can see they have that category, sunglasses in Kenya. Suppose I use just move down. We also have this one is sunglasses store. So in short, the description you're gonna use here should be search engine friendly, such that whenever I come and do a random search, I should be able to locate your shop. So this is where you do the customization, or you do the optimization. I'll say you do the optimization. Such types you now give descriptions here. Then here you say the category, vendor, collection. If it was in a collection, like I'll show you how to create a collection. Is like categories. When it comes to Shopify, they identify categories as collection. It is a collection of home and garden products. It is a collection of footwear products. It is a collection of women heels. It is a collection of men official shoes. It is a collection of men official shirt. So the same way you can categorize them. When you go to Woocommerce or WordPress, they talk of category. This is a category of men official shoes. This is a category of men official shirt. This is a category of men or women or ladies, ladies official wear, or ladies official shoes, or ladies wages, something like that. So but in Shopify they talk of collection, so it is the same thing. Then here, once you've done all this setup, you just come to save. And that your product will be live. You can see product created successfully. Congratulations, you have added your first product. Then you can now create very many different products for your shop. Now suppose now you wanted to create the different categories. Wanted to create the different category. We did not put the inventory, but we can now move to inventory from here. The inventory from here, you just come, select these, view products, Product is just this one, this single one. Product is just this single one. We did not add any stocks. Yes, the stock goes somewhere down here. Inventory. Well, we're talking about inventory. Stock. Adjustment. This is the barcode. This is the quantity. Continue selling without a track quantity. You're gonna sell the track quantity is just to show if it is on stock or not. And then location name, shop location not tracked. Yes, these are just the simple setups that you can decide to do just to make work easier for you, and also to make your shop very customer friendly, so that they can actually the customers themselves or your set visitors can tell that you are indeed a serious and legit shop. Because again, not every person believes in buying online. Not every person believes in buying online. So it is how organize your e-commerce store is what will make people. That is what will make people get to buy from you. Because even if you are to check on this shop Zetu, the moment you come and then see they have an easy return here, there is an instant refund, then there is free shopping, free shipping, then you move to there and see if they have any reviews. Like you can see, you may also like, okay, these are just related products, then no reviews. But it is always advisable that when somebody purchases your product, they give reviews. At least it helps. The moment you come and it is always advisable that you have all these legal pages, or that is why we're talking about legal, because ideally before somebody purchases something online, that is what they will look for. They'll have to look for your return policy, they'll have to look for their money guarantee, and then they'll have to look for your delivery schedules. Do you pay on delivery, or it is pay before delivery? So that is why it is always advisable, and that is what will make people visit your online shop. So you've now seen how you add your products. You've now seen how you add your products. Creating a collection is just the same as, it's almost the same as creating pages, because here you just come to collection, then come create collection. So if you want to create a collection for maybe women's shoes, just write women's shoes, or maybe women wages. Then you can just give it a short description. This will just help you identify that women wages may be from what size or which type of wage. Are they low wage or high wage or medium wage? Something like that. Then there is this condition. Condition means this one will now equate all products that you shall enter, or all products that you shall upload onto your Shopify store. If should anything that you have uploaded meet all these conditions that you can set that maybe for this collection women wages, you can create a condition like all the products that are, you can create a condition for price. So the price, anything that is greater than, or maybe anything that is less than 5,000, then you can add another condition. That is first condition for price. You can add another condition for maybe type, anything equals to. Then here you can talk of low wage, or maybe medium, I'm a high wage. Then you add another condition. So these are just the simple conditions that will make you, it helps you in identifying your product in the store, and also it makes you in creating a collection, so that whenever a person goes to women wages, you will see that all the products in that category, or all the products in that collection, are just products that are less than 5,000. They're just products that are low heels, or low wage or medium wage, and then they are just products maybe from manufacturing or maybe for product vendor. You can say product vendor from country China. So those are just the simple categories you can use to do a random, like let me take you for an example, like AliExpress. You see those simple category, those simple conditions that people do when they want to do a quick research, a quick search onto your, like if you want to come and search a product on AliExpress which has got thousands and thousands and thousands of products, it might become very challenging for you to find your ideal product. So what you do is setting up those conditions. You can see we have categories here. So from these categories we have women fashions. We have now this one, women fashion, categories as dress, categories as tees, categories as all these. These are just some of the different types of conditions you can see. Then besides that, you also have now companies or product vendors. You can now see, you can either decide to search by product vendor. So those are some of the different conditions you can set here. Some of the different conditions you can set when you are setting up a collection. When you're setting up a collection for your products in the store. When you're setting up conditions for products in your store. So you can decide to set by vendors, set product by title, set product by price. By title will be very easy. Anything equals to wage. So you can just write anything equals to wage will move to that, will be taken to this collection of women wages. These are just some of the simple. Then you can also give it, you can edit it CEO. I've said it is now the customer, how you want it to appear in the search engine. Give it a meta description. It helps in identifying your product. The same way we just searched here sunglasses. So the great description you're gonna input here will actually help your product to be identified very easily. So you give it some great description here so that it gets then you can add a featured image. This collection image is like a featured image. This featured image is that image that is now shown on your web index or on your website whenever somebody searches. Like now when I see this when I do this sunglasses search, you can see these different images that I see here, like this one, like this one. These are now the featured images. So this is what you set down here, a collection image. It becomes your main image, your main product image for that category or for that collection. I think we are getting somewhere. So that is ideally how you add a collection. Then you just save. In fact, working with Shopify is always very easy. So what I'll just want you guys, because it comes with a 14-day trial, just make sure you have your email address. Go and to shopify.com, try and create a Shopify store. It has a 14-day trial. You can try, because we still talk about products. The goodness with Shopify, if suppose I was now running to run a dropshipping store, that is where I do not have the physical product, there is a way that I can import products from AliExpress, like here. Suppose I just come here and maybe I'm creating a Shopify store that is only selling these gaming equipment, like these game pads here. I can decide that let me identify a supplier from here, negotiate with the supplier, then I'll just come and use the vendor's images, use the vendor's images plus the description. What I'll only have to do is just editing the meta description so that I get identified easily on Google search. So there is a way you can actually import. We call them importing products from third party or from your vendor's website. So you can find a supplier from AliExpress, then you import products from them. You import products from them. But then before that, you have to use a different app, and you can see from here we have apps here, and it's telling that you can add an app. So in most cases, what the app that you normally use is known as Obelo. You can see we have these ones, CJ dropshipping. You can use CJ dropshipping, or in most cases people use Obelo. So Obelo will help you in finding your Obelo will help you in finding suppliers whose products you'll wish or you want to display in your Shopify store. Alternatively, you can just upload your own products. Like I think this shop Z, I think their products, they just upload them on by themselves. So if you're dealing with very few products, it is very easy for you to upload products by yourself. But if you want to do drop shipping where you can just use the Obelo, for instance. Let me search Obelo here. You can see this Obelo drop shipping. So this is what you use to import this is what you use to import products. You can see we also have Importify, import products from AliExpress or Alibaba or Amazon or Etsy or Walmart. So those are just but that now is that is an extra. That's just an extra knowledge I'm giving you guys. That is if you want to start drop shipping. If you want to start drop shipping, then you can talk about it. So we have another app that we can actually use. This is very nice, known as the Slider Revolution. Slider Revolution, like you can see from Shop Z to here, when you go to their homepage, you now see that this image here. You see the image, the way they are animating, and then the way they're sliding from left to right or from right to left. So this is managed by an app. It is managed by an app known as the Slider Revolution. This one here, you can now see it has a 7-day free trial. After the 7-day free trial, then you need to purchase. And that is now where, when you are in Woocommerce, that is WordPress, you can find a Slider Revolution free of charge. Like I think we've used it. It is a plugin. When it comes to WordPress, we call it a plugin, but when it comes to Shopify, we call it an app. So those are the different terminologies that are used in these two different platforms. In a WordPress, we call it a plugin. Like I told you the other day, that plugins are just those various components that makes the app the website to be responsive. It is now the same way. Here we call it as an app, because this is now an app that will now be managing the display or the running of these. Like you can now see all these the sliding of these images, and now this actually gives your shop some very nice look. And in most cases, you'll find that most e-commerce websites, they always use this Slider Revolution. Even if you go to Jumia, even if you go to AliExpress for instance, we have AliExpress here. In most cases, they always employ this Slider Revolution. You can see one is displaying somewhere here in this small window down here. This one is also, you can see they have the arrows here. You can see it is displaying here. So this is now a Slider Revolution. It is a plugin when it comes to Woocommerce. When it comes to Shopify, it is known as an app. The same way in Shopify, we have the Obelo, which is used for importing products. But now in WordPress, we'll have a different plugin that can do the same duty of importing products from different. Now let us view this shop. You see you just come to your online store. Then this is like a small eye here. This is where you check now your store. But it's only that we've added one product only. You can now see it is Drip Zone Kenya. We have home, we have category, the page, this is the navigation tool we added. We have contact and about us. We also added this. You can see image banner, give details. So they have the shop all, talk about your brand, and then we have featured product. The one that we just added is here. You can see we had this and we had this. This was we were comparing this, and then this is now the sale price, and then we have the regular price. So you now see the same way we did with Woocommerce. We have the regular price and the sale price, so that it now crosses this, and then we have this. So the more you add your products, the more your shop will look nice. You can see this one is very empty. You know the problem with Shopify, we don't have demo data. In as much as you will pick a theme from here, before you pick a theme, yes, you will see that the theme has some few contents. Like you can see the theme is having these ones, but then when you import, these themes comes fully blank. It doesn't have the demo data that we had in Woocommerce. So this one just gives you a skeleton. It gives you the skeleton of what you need to put. That an image banner goes here. An image that in this place where calling for an image banner is now where you have the slider revolution to manage this one. Like you can see this guy, they had this way. Now we have the image banner. You can see the slider revolution is there. So the moment you install the slider revolution, you'll have to create some very nice images like these ones that you'll use for the slides, that you'll use for the home page. You will use for the home page. The same way here in WordPress, you just come to plugin, and then you add slider revolution. In WordPress, the slider revolution, in most cases, it has the premium version, yes, but it has the free version. The free version can still give you service. But now with Shopify, the free version is only for 7 days period. Then you need to purchase it. Shopify, you can try a new shop for 14 days freely. So you can now see the different advantages and disadvantages. Shopify, the themes are there. The themes just do not have a demo data importer. So you only have a skeleton of your theme. So you have to fix all the images by yourself, or you have to fix all the different sections by yourself. In WordPress, the moment you import the demo data, you can as well use the demo data as you can see from this Shopify, this Woocommerce, the online Duca that we created. This shop can stay for long this way, and nobody can tell if it is a really genuine shop or not, because actually the data is like almost full, and all the products are fully displayed. In as much as they were demo data, you can now see these are demo data, but then nobody can tell if they are really demo data or they are genuine products. But the difference, the disadvantage, Shopify is just you have to add all the products before you take your shop to live. Before you take your shop to live, and then you have to add everything, because this just gives you this skeleton. You can see it is the way it's very blank. It only gives you this is the image you just updated or uploaded. It is only this one. All those other ones are just skeleton. But for a Woocommerce, once you import the demo data, all these things are updated. So nobody can actually tell whether this one is a product that is not even in your possession. And then it also gives you, as in, it doesn't give you that skeleton view of your website, like this one now, because with this you can't even tell someone that this is now my website, go and check it out. It looks so blank. looks so blank. But then when you are setting up your shop, you just have to be very ready to upload every data. That is when you're setting up a Shopify store, you have to be very ready to upload each and every data to your shop. Now let us move to settings, the settings part of this Shopify. And from the setting part is where you'll now set up your payment methods. A Shopify store Shopify is a global, we said is a global show e-commerce. But then we've set our location. Our address is Kenya, so it is very easy for us to set up checkout payments, because we can actually integrate it with M-Pesa, or we can use PayPal. As in, it is very much easy to use local service providers. Ideally, it's very much easier to use local service providers. So you can just choose a provider. You can use M-Pesa. You can use PayPal. PayPal is always very easy. Like you can see, these are Shop Z2. They are using which checkout methods? They are using Visa. They have the Visa credit, the MasterCard. They're using Amex, M-Pesa, Airtel, and PayPal. So it is very much easy to integrate with this. Just from the settings section, you just come to check payments or checkout, and then you set up third-party payment providers. Third-party payment providers. In Kenya currently, those who shop with their credit card are very few. Those who do online shopping with credit card are very few. In fact, when it comes to online shopping, M-Pesa takes the day. So it's always advisable. It's very easy to integrate with M-Pesa. Very easy to integrate with M-Pesa. Just from here, then you set up. I don't know whether it will show M-Pesa. Choose a private. You can start with the PayPal. You then come to M-Pesa. You can activate. M-Pesa is not showing. M-Pesa. Search by provider. The only difference, or the only thing that will make M-Pesa not to be that available is because of the location. Yes, because of the location. But then there is that integration. The integration will actually mean that you'll have to create some code. You'll have to create some integration code, but that is kind of advanced. But ideally, if you're just starting out a simple online store, you can as well, when it comes to checkout, you can just give out a short notice that the payment or billing or payment is on delivery. So every customer knows that whenever you make a purchase from here, you'll just pay on delivery. You can see local deliveries. Everything is local. Shop location Kenya. You package how you package your product. Everything is here. Courier, third party. If you have any, you just add from here. You can now see we have the policies, the different policies we have. That is now the legal pages that we're talking about. The plan here is now the Shopify plan. The Shopify plan. I remember I told you that Shopify gives you 14-day free trial. Once the 14 days expires, it expects you that you shall have gotten a domain, and then your domain is what you'll use. Because you remember, this one, you can now see the domain we have currently is now dripzonekenya.myshopify.com. But now once you have your domain, the myshopify will not be there. Like now, this one shopz2.com. This is now a personal domain. So with Shopify, this one is only valid for 14 days. myshopify.com, you can only use it for 14 days. After the 14 days, it expects you to have bought a domain, and then you now purchase a hosting plan. The hosting plan they have, I remember I told you they charge on monthly, or you can pay. Then from here, from the plan here, you just select, you can update your payment method. Then once you've updated your payment method, you just come and choose the plan you want to. You can see the basic Shopify is $1 by 3. All the basics for starting a new business. Choose this plan. You can choose this is $1 per month. $1 per month. Then there is this yearly. Yearly is 21.50 per month. This is now the hosting plan. This is now the hosting. Once you have exhausted your 14-day trial, or suppose you had your own domain and then now you're creating your Shopify store, then you just come and select a plan from here. This plan is now for the hosting. Basic Shopify. Then you have this one. If you need for a growing business, you can select advanced Shopify. The same way when we talk of this other hosting, the same way is all about the storage. It's all about the storage and all those things that you can add, the different applications you can add onto your Shopify store is what actually makes this little difference in price and in price, because it's all about the storage. It's all about the storage and the number of items you can upload in your website. Because when you are using a startup plan of $5 per month, you cannot upload to a given number of products. There is a plan actually for the number of products, and you can see it also it gives you free SSL certificates. It gives you unlimited products. That is, all plans include unlimited shareable products, abandoned cart recovery. All these one are some of the benefits of their plan. If you're now using, you can see the cheapest is now, the starter plan is $5 per month. $5 per month. That is if you have your domain. The goodness with domain is the domain you buy and it runs for a whole year. After a whole year, then you renew. For Shopify, you can decide to pay for the hosting monthly, or you can decide to pay yearly. You can decide to pay yearly from here. Still on settings, we've said you can select the plan, you can select the billing, you can change the users and permission. That is if you'll be managing this shop by yourself, or you want to add another person, you want to give another person access, or you want to transfer administrator rights to another person, then you can add another user from here, so that he or she can actually help you in managing this shop. And that reminds me of a gig you can find in Shopify. Once you have understood how to manage this Shopify thing, how to manage Shopify theme, how to add products, how to add product details, how to add to add the meta description, that is to enable Google search optimization. So you can actually find gigs. You can always find gigs on either on Upworks or Fiverr as a Shopify. Just gonna show you. So from here, from users and permission, from here is where you can extend these duties to another person. Maybe you're managing this shop. Let's say for this shop Zetu, one person cannot manage this shop because it has very many products. You can see it has a new arrival brands, men, kids, women. So maybe there is that one person is only managing men category, another person is managing kids, another person will be managing women, another person will be managing footwear or maybe accessories, another person is managing beauty. So all these people, they are added onto this, they are given the rights under users and permission. So from here, store owner, then you add who can help you do the administrative work of this website, of the website. Checkout is where you decide, do you want people who are purchasing or who are buying from your store to create account or not. Like, I don't know if ShopZetu here, once you see this one, they'll demand for an account. There's those shop that you'll only see once you have once you maybe want to purchase this. Just click onto the product. Just click onto the product. Maybe I want to purchase that product, that one product. Maybe it is this one. Quick view. The moment you proceed, or you add it to cart, the moment you add to cart, then you go to buy it now, it just takes you straight to the payment method. Either you pay via M-Pesa, or you, but then there are the other sites that will demand that you create an account, like this one here. This one is now demanding that I create an account, because this one actually helps in getting your shipping details. So you create an account, then you make an order. So from here, from the checkout here, this is where you can actually decide, do you want your customers to create an account on your website before they place an order, or do you want them just to do what is I will say ghost buying? They buy, they make payment, then maybe you will have to call them to ask for delivery addresses, or maybe they send you an email of their delivery addresses. Once they place an order, they share their payment with their delivery details to your email. So there is that option that you can select. You can decide whether your customer is gonna create an account, or they gonna do ghost shipping, ghost shopping. They just purchase, make payment, then they email you their shipping details from checkout. Is where now you set up all these. The goodness with this thing is that Shopify, you don't have to, you'll not have this time of creating this form, because all these forms already comes with the theme. They come with the theme. So once I as a customer create my details here, I continue to shipping or to shopping, I continue to checkout, that is, all these details will just be transferred to you, the administrator of this website. They will receive an email that I've placed an order. The email will read my information. The same way when you place an order using Jumia or via Jumia. Yes, there is that communication that maybe whoever is selling on Jumia receives that information, or receives that email that user A has placed an order and he needs this item to be delivered in such and such a place. So the same way, you put in your details here. So you don't have, with Shopify, you don't have to create all this information. The only thing is, you will just decide, do you want to the customer to input first and last name? You just check from here, company name, or not a must, address, shipping details. So you just select from here. Then do let the customer give consent whether he or she will be able to receive marketing emails from you if you will be doing some offers. So they can give their own consent. So it is just as simple as that. Then shipping and delivery, from here you set your shipping term. Maybe your shipping cost might be a fraction of the value of good. So from here is where you do the charges, your shipping charges. This is where you do your shipping cost. This is where you do your shipping cost. Like for instance, when you place an order on Jumia, you always see that this product will, when you're shipping from point A, maybe you are shipping outside Nairobi, or maybe outside let me just say outside Nairobi, it costs this amount. When you're shipping within Nairobi, it costs this amount. So from this shipping and delivery, this is where you place your rates, or you do your rates. And then domains is now where you can as well decide now you want to buy a new domain. But now from here, the only thing here, this one will take you to GoDaddy or maybe Namecheap. And remember, we talked about this GoDaddy and Namecheap during our introduction and our introduction sessions. So if you want to purchase a domain, once you just come onto domains and then go to buy a new domain, it either takes you to GoDaddy or it takes you to Namecheap. Takes you to GoDaddy or it takes you to Namecheap. But remember, I've said that Shopify, provided you have a domain, whether it is a local domain with .co.ke or .ke, .biz, .online, it just integrates all these domains. The only thing is you will point your domain to Shopify. Once you point your domain to Shopify, it will just speak, and then you'll just proceed to set up your shop. You can see my domain. My primary domain for now is dripzonekenya.myshopify.com. myshopify.com. Suppose I now wanted to use a Market It Agency, but provided Market It Agency is already on for now, you can see it's a running website, so I cannot actually say, or I cannot actually use it. But suppose I wanted to use it, that is what I'll use. I'll just come to connect to existing domain. Maybe you've purchased a domain from me and now you want to use it on Shopify. You just come to settings, go to domains, then come to connect existing domain. Then you now write, maybe you have that drop shipping drip zone Kenya.co.ke, ama dripzonekenya.biz, or maybe .online. Now sometimes you can be very lucky to get .shop. You can find .shop, .biz, .online. So once you have something like that, you just come, write it there, then you just connect. So it will try to find, does that domain exist? If it exists, then it will take you to the processes that you need to now get it connected. But it will accept, provided the domain exists. It will accept. The reason as to why we cannot use Market It Agency, it will overwrite this website here, because already marketitagency.co.ke is a website that is running with content. So if I transfer it here, if suppose I write here Market It Agency .co.ke and I proceed to next, it will overwrite that the contents I have here, and you can see this one, it recognizes that this one exists. So it takes me to the next step. To connect this, do this follow instructions. This following instruction is just a matter of changing what we call as domain name servers. Domain name servers is where you now go back to your domain name provider, and then you make some few changes to your domain name server, so that your domain should now point to Shopify. So that is from there. Then suppose you are now, you had taxes for this year business. This is where, from taxes is where you now update your tax details. Suppose you're giving out taxes, like we have the 16% VAT, we have the excise duty, all those types of taxes. If you are dealing with taxable products, so this is where you set your taxes. This is where you set your taxes. So some of these are apps and channels. Just the same way I just show you the other side, that you can decide to install Obelo, for instance. You can decide to install Slider Revolution. You can decide to install an app that will manage your marketing. Like we have quite a lot. We have one known as Optimonk. We have another one known as we have quite a lot. So you can use them here, and this is from apps and sales channels. This is where it will show you all the apps you've installed. Your brand is just the same as your brand, how your brand, or your logo, something like that. The default logo, square logo, colors. So you can decide now to change your colors. Like when now see this Shop Zetu have their color code is black, right? Black white. Or they have the yellow something here. but it is black white actually, because the background is white. It's black white more, it's black white. So from there, from brand is now where you choose your color combination. Choose your color combination. Then you do some of this little editings here. We have the cover image, slogan, short description, social links. You add them from here. The slogan is like this shop Z, do they have any slogan? They don't have any slogan, but you understand slogan. So this is all about Shopify. Shopify is not that very technical. It's not that very technical, but then they have the free. So take advantage of the free trial, the 14-day free trial. Try and create a Shopify store. Or if you have you've decided that you are getting a domain, you can get a domain. Come try creating a Shopify store here before you delete it, because before the 14-day expires, because after the 14-day they will require you to pay for hosting. So you can either purchase a domain, you come try it here, set up your Shopify store, see how it looks, and if you are good to go, you can also just let it go and run an online store, an e-commerce, an e-website. You run an e-website. It is very simple as that. It doesn't discount. This is just when you have any offers in your store. Like you can see this Jumia normally have very many discounts and a promotion. So from here you can create one. Maybe you can create where you are giving free gifts, or maybe you are giving 15%, like the one we have now for the domain. You are giving 15% for products above, or for purchase of products above 5,000, or maybe for products above 10,000, you are giving 15% discount. So such like products or such like discounts, you just sell them from discount. Marketing here is now, if you have any application, that is running your marketing needs. Like I've given you one example known as Optimonk. Optimonk is an application. It's like a plugin. When it comes to WordPress, we talk of plugin. When it comes to Shopify, we talk of application. So you can maybe decide to install that application like Optimonk, then it will be managing your marketing needs. So from here, if you've created a marketing campaign that is running on cash, then it will give you your revenue channels, or your revenues. These are revenue funnel for all the costs of marketing. It will show you there. To show maybe you're running a Google ad, like I think I saw ShopZ is running a Google ad now currently. Let us just go back to homepage. That is not even homepage, but the search engine. Let us just search here ShopZ. So yeah, you can see ShopZ is running an ad. So this is an ad. So this is now a marketing cost. Well, the moment you see something like this website is running an ad. So this is a marketing cost. You can see this one is also running an ad. This is also another online store, and you might find that this one is also a Shopify. Let us just try and open it. Open in a new tab, ShopZ. Yeah, these two shops are running an ad. So that is just part of marketing, and that is now what is covered here. You can now see Google ad is here. Yeah, you can now see this Seguno. Seguno is an email marketing, just the same as we have a SMS bump. So these are now the simple apps that I was talking about that you can use to manage marketing. So you can set up marketing campaign via an SMS. Like sometimes maybe you've seen some like QuickMart, they normally do SMS marketing, where you find that whenever they have an offer, you find an SMS message that QuickMart is running some offers. So you can use the SMS bump kind of an app to create such an ad for your Shopify store. yeah, I was looking at this Safari. Subscribe to our newsletter. This no, this running on WooCommerce. Let me just check the page source. Safari Bazaar. Yeah, this is like an WooCommerce website. This is not a Shopify. This is like an WooCommerce. So you can see it kind of look like almost the same as close to, I would say, something close to AliExpress, something close to Jumia. So these are Shopee, these are WooCommerce, website. This is a WooCommerce website. And Shopify, this shop Z2 is a Shopify. So I think we've exhausted all these things. Orders, you just manage orders from here. But once you have done all the setup, you will receive for any order that you receive in your Shopify store. You'll have to receive an email communication that client A has just made this order on maybe this belt, and it wants it to be delivered on such and such a place, and either he has paid or maybe he or she is paying on delivery. So once you set up such a thing, you'll just have your shop looking very nice and very good to go. Very good to go. Very good to go. I don't know whether now I'll collect your questions. Let me collect your questions.